We want to delve into Texas politics this afternoon. Following last year's legislative session, Governor Greg Abbott called lawmakers back for 4 special sessions. The governor joins us live from Austin with more on what's happening at the Capitol. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Lauren.
All right, Governor, one of your top priorities has been getting a state-funded private education savings accounts bill passed, but it was blocked repeatedly because some lawmakers fear it could harm public school funding. So explain how this would work, and should public schools be concerned?
So actually, this would benefit public schools in several ways. And let me be clear about how that would work, and that is, in the last special session, I was working on legislation that would have provided $6 billion more for public education, would have provided for teacher pay raises, as well as getting rid of the STAR test and using some other type of measure to determine whether or not students were improving, as well as providing for school choice for parents who have a child who needs to go to some other school. And what we've seen in 31 states that already have school choice is public schools do just fine. In fact, if not excel in those states. If you look at the 2 states that rank number 1 and number 2 for the best public high schools, it's Arizona and Florida, which happen to be states number 1 and 2 for school choice. And so school choice helps provide parents with the ability to ensure their child is getting the best education possible, while at the very same time making sure that our public schools will be doing even better.
Let's talk about something that's kind of affecting us here at home in Lubbock. Our city elections include a measure on the ballot that would decriminalize the possession of small amounts of marijuana. Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed lawsuits against cities like Killeen and Denton for similar rules. So what is your opinion on these ordinances?
So my opinion is really bigger than just the issue about the marijuana issue on the ballot. The issue is this, and that is local communities such as towns, cities, and counties, they don't have the authority to override state law. If they want to see a different law passed, they need to work with their legislator to make sure that the state, as a state, will pass some of the law. But if we have every city in the entire state of Texas picking and choosing which laws the state has passed that they are going to enforce, that would lead to chaos legally in the state of Texas. And so it's an unworkable system.
One more quick question for you before we let you go. Right now in Washington, lawmakers are considering banning the social media app TikTok. You've already banned this use for state agencies, so should this ban be extended to everyone?
So what is being worked on in Washington, D.C. is actually not banning TikTok, but just making sure they have a divestiture of the Chinese being in control of it, because the concern and the reason why we took action upon it here in Austin, Texas, is because of the opportunity that the Chinese are able to monitor your activity. And that's something that we don't want to have happen. And so what is actually happening in Washington, D.C. is just making sure that TikTok can continue. It just has to be a United States-oriented business or person who would be owning and controlling it, as opposed to the Chinese government.
All right, Governor Greg Abbott, thank you so much for your time in Austin tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Lauren.
And that is all our time. We'll see you tonight on KAMC News at 6.